Hi everyone. I thought it was time to check in again. I've actually had a lot of activity since my last video, I guess. Um, been doing some traveling, so I haven't been able to update things, but a couple of weeks ago, I went into Dr. Cliff and, um, he kind of checked things out. He'd been back and forth with my dentist about whether or not they could do the root canal on the front crooked tooth. And he'd emailed pictures, and the dentist said, no, we need more room to place it or to do the canal. And then Dr. Cliff, of course, needed more room to place the bracket. So he was checking it out, and he added another stop. If you remember, I talked about getting a stop sort of somewhere up in here. Not really sure what it does, except that it worked fast and moved teeth a lot. So, and then elastics from here to there. So what he did was add another stop in the top left by that crooked tooth, and then um, just redid the elastics and everything. Well, in the space of 3 hours from my appointment, no joke, it had gone from being overlapping the front tooth to a quarter of an inch gap between the two. And I have people at work as witnesses. It was insane. And I was in a lot of pain. Um, Needless to say, of course, my appointment was on a Thursday, so my elastics rather broke that night, and they're closed Fridays. And I was traveling. I left on Saturday, so I didn't get back until a week later, the Thursday after. Um, it didn't go back as quickly, but of course, with the elastics being broken and everything, it did. The teeth shifted back, not as far as they had been, but as soon as I got back Thursday, they got me in quickly and replaced the elastics for me to pull it back. So my teeth they're still apart. There's still a bit of a gap with the crooked one and the front one, but not as bad as it used to be. And actually, I'll show you. You can see just in there, uh, there's actually space. You can see now where there's a gap. So the tooth is kind of twisted, so it still looks funny, but good news is that I had my regular cleaning appointment today, and so I had the dentist check it out, and it's ready to go. He's got enough room now. He's going to do the root canal next week, which means that I can then go as soon as the root canal is done and get the brackets replaced or placed that haven't been on so far, and hopefully I'll see lots of good movement once that is done. And I think we're going to do the other. There's one on the bottom and one in the back that don't have brackets yet, haven't had a bracket the whole time. So I'm hoping we'll get those on, maybe get my new wires on the bottom and start moving things around, because we are at, what, 7 months now? Something like that. So other than that, everything's been fine. It hasn't, I haven't had a lot of pain. Some movement, like I can tell they'll be tender and I'll have movement, but nothing horrible. Just the front has been fairly tender, so I can't really bite into things. But, I've already learned ways around that. I just cut my food and eat pizza and hamburgers with a knife and fork, and people laugh at me, but it's all good. I can still chew and everything, and it's fine that way. So that's pretty much the update. Um, Love my dentist. Shout out to Dr. Segrist and his team, because the hygienist did the cleaning today, and I was terrified because my teeth were still really sore, but she did an amazing job and somehow managed to keep it. It didn't hurt. It hurts more when I brush my own teeth than when she did it. So Dr. Segrist in Las Colinas, and of course my orthodontist is Dr. Cliff in Capel, and he also has an office in Preston, or like at Preston Road in Dallas. So all good so far, and I know their camera had broken, so we weren't able to get pictures last time I was in, but hopefully when I go in, I have an appointment with the ortho next week. I'm hoping their camera will be fixed and we can get some good outer and inside shots of how things have moved, and I'll update all of that stuff. So um, things are going well. Stay tuned, and I'll check in the next time I have progress.